Jamie Vardy's rise isn't just a football story. It's a legend born in the unlikeliest of places. While most stars are groomed in elite academies, Vardy was grinding in a factory and battling defenders in non-league pitches. Yet, he defied the odds, storming his way to Premier League glory. But before we dive into his story, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more football content. Jamie Vardy's early beginnings. Jamie Vardy's path to football stardom began far from the bright lights of the Premier League. Born in Sheffield, England, he was released by Sheffield Wednesday at just 16 for being, quote, too small. While rejection is a common story in youth football, what followed was anything but typical. With no professional offers, Vardy worked full-time in a factory while playing for Stocksbridge Park Steels, a non-league team. He started in their youth squad, climbed through the reserves, and eventually made his senior debut. Despite earning very little, less than a ticket for a Leicester City game, his passion for football kept him going. His performances drew attention from Football League clubs, but no moves materialized. So, when he eventually left Stocksbridge, it was to another non-league side, Halifax Town, who paid €15,000 for him. Vardy quickly proved his worth. He scored 25 goals, finishing as Halifax's top scorer, and helped the club win the Northern Premier League title. Naturally, interest from Football League clubs grew again. He trialed at Crewe Alexandra and was offered a short-term deal at Rotherham, but turned it down to keep his factory job, only for Rotherham to later withdraw their offer. Then came a surprise call from his agent. "What do you know about Fleetwood Town?" Vardy replied, "Never heard of them." The response, "Well, you're signing for them tonight." Fleetwood, then in the conference, paid €150,000, 10 times what Halifax had, to secure his signature. Still, the huge price tag and pressure of a big non-league transfer didn't faze Vardy. He exploded at Fleetwood, scoring 34 goals and registering 17 assists in 40 games, leading them to a promotion and earning himself plenty of attention. Blackpool even had a €750,000 bid rejected mid-season. Fleetwood insisted he'd stay until the campaign ended. He was key to their Football League push. By the summer, Vardy had made history. Leicester City signed him for €1 million, a record fee for a non-league player. From factory shifts and semi-pro pitches to the championship, Vardy's journey had officially begun. Life at Leicester City. When Leicester City signed Jamie Vardy from non-league Fleetwood Town for €1 million, many people were shocked. He had never played a minute of professional football, and critics on social media questioned how a player from the National League could be worth that kind of money. One person posted on Twitter at the time, "Leicester have signed non-league striker Jamie Vardy for €1 million. What has football come to? Jesus Christ." Still, even with the doubters, Vardy made a promising start in the championship, grabbing a goal and 2 assists in his first 4 games. But things soon got tough. He struggled to fit into manager Nigel Pearson's system and was eventually dropped. Frustrated and doubting himself, Vardy even asked to be loaned back to Fleetwood, and briefly considered quitting football altogether to work as a holiday rep in Ibiza. Luckily, Pearson convinced him to stay. His tough first season was summed up by a moment in a January game against Middlesbrough. Subbed on late in the match, Vardy gave away a penalty, only to be saved from embarrassment by a Kasper Schmeichel stop. His pace and energy were clear, but most fans wouldn't have been surprised if he had left that summer. Instead, Pearson believed in him. Vardy stayed and formed a strong partnership with striker David Nugent. Together, they fired Leicester to the championship title with a combined 38 goals and 24 assists, helping the team collect an incredible 103 points. Driven by the pain of their playoff loss to Watford the year before, the team didn't let up all season. For Vardy, it was a turning point. He focused, cleaned up some of his old drinking habits, and grew into the professional game. His hard work paid off. He was named Leicester's Players' Player of the Year and finally proved he belonged at that level. Jamie Vardy's first season in the Premier League was a step up and a real test. Coming from non-league football, he had to adjust quickly. But even with the challenges, it was clear he had what it took to compete at the top. His breakthrough moment came early in the season, in a stunning 5-3 win over Manchester United. Vardy was unstoppable that day, scoring 1, winning a penalty, and tormenting a defense full of experienced stars. It was the kind of performance that made people take notice. But after that high came a long, tough stretch. Leicester were stuck at the bottom of the table, losing tight games. And Vardy went over 6 months without scoring. It was one of the most difficult spells of his career. Then came the turning point. In April, Vardy scored a dramatic 91st-minute winner against West Brom, That goal sparked one of the greatest survival runs in Premier League history. Leicester won 5 of their final 7 matches and ended the season on a high with a 5-1 win over QPR. Vardy finished the campaign with 10 assists and 5 goals. Not bad for his first year in the top flight. The following season, Leicester made history. The 2015-16 campaign is one of the most famous in football, and Vardy was at the heart of it. From August to November, he scored in 11 straight league games, breaking a Premier League record and helping Leicester climb to the top of the table. He kept delivering big moments too. In February, he scored twice against Liverpool, including a stunning 30-yard volley that sent the King Power Stadium wild. And when Tottenham's draw against Chelsea confirmed Leicester as champions, Vardy hosted the team's title party at his house. That summer, Arsenal tried to sign him, but Vardy turned them down and signed a new contract with Leicester. It was a bold move, and it paid off. Leicester made it further in the Champions League that season than Arsenal did. Unfortunately, the title defense didn't go to plan. Leicester started the next campaign poorly, and manager Claudio Ranieri was sacked with the club just above the relegation zone. Vardy, however, responded in style. Under caretaker manager Craig Shakespeare, he scored 5 goals in 5 games. The following season, under Shakespeare and later Claude Puel, Vardy continued to perform, finishing with 20 league goals. But in 2018-19, things got difficult again. Puel wanted the team to play a slower, possession-based style, one that didn't suit Vardy's pace or instincts. At times, he was even left out of the starting lineup. When Brendan Rodgers took over from Claude Puel in February 2019, he immediately made it clear that Jamie Vardy would be a key part of his team. That trust paid off quickly, as Vardy hit the best goal-scoring form of his career under Rodgers' guidance. In Rodgers' first full season in charge, Vardy reached a huge milestone, his 100th Premier League goal. He also won the Golden Boot for the first time, finishing as the league's top scorer. Although he wasn't as prolific the following season, Vardy still played a crucial role. His partnership with Kelechi Iheanacho lit up Leicester's attack, helping the team push for a Champions League spot and finally win the FA Cup, the first in the club's history. Now, after 13 years at Leicester City, the 38-year-old is moving on. With the club now relegated from the Premier League, some believe he could join Wrexham to help them push for promotion to the top flight. Whatever he chooses next, his legacy is secure. He's a true legend of Leicester, the Premier League, and the game as a whole. Record breaker. This feeling becomes even stronger when you look at his stats. Since making his Premier League debut in 2014 at the age of 27, Vardy has gone on to score 143 goals in the competition, the 15th highest tally in its history. Only Harry Kane and Mohamed Salah have scored more in that time. His record is even more impressive considering Leicester were outside the top flight for part of that run. Even though Vardy was a late bloomer, he made every season count. He reached 100 Premier League goals in just 206 games, faster than legends like Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Didier Drogba, and Romelu Lukaku. Even after turning 30, Vardy kept firing. In fact, he's scored 109 league goals since hitting that milestone, more than any other player, overtaking Ian Wright's record in 2022. Known for his sharp movement and deadly finishing, Vardy didn't need many touches to make an impact. He averaged just over 22 touches per game, among the lowest for players with 50-plus Premier League goals since 2006. But he was a true finisher. Nearly all his goals, 140 out of 143, came from inside the box, making him the ultimate fox in the box. His most iconic run came during Leicester's miracle title-winning season in 2015-16. Starting with a goal against Bournemouth in August, Vardy went on to score in 11 straight matches, breaking Ruud van Nistelrooy's Premier League record. That streak included a crucial goal against Manchester United and helped power Leicester to one of the most unlikely titles in football history. His goals during that run earned the team 23 points, the highest individual contribution that season. Vardy's goal ratio, 1 every 183 minutes, ranks him ahead of strikers like Jermaine Defoe, Teddy Sheringham, and Dwight Yorke. Efficient, explosive, and relentless, Vardy didn't just reach the top. He stayed there for over a decade. Now, with 143 goals to his name and countless memories at the King Power Stadium, Vardy's journey stands as proof that with grit, belief, and timing, anything is possible. But what do you think? Is Jamie Vardy considered a Premier League legend, or does his legacy fall short? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.